Hey guys, welcome to the channel. I was actually shooting another video installing maple taps and trying not to get hit by falling branches when I discovered something very interesting. Now, I might not be the brightest cookie out there, and I might have a hard time seeing, but I can damn well tell you that I am the most observant person out there, and I can notice if there's a leaf on the ground from a tree not in our area. So it should come as no surprise when I noticed, gee, my woods look a little empty. This is strange. I don't ever remember my woods being this nice and tidy. Whoa, wait a minute. What is that? Is that a cut up tree? The cut up tree that I had laid purposely across this path to keep people from using quads across it? Huh. Well, by George it is. And look at all of that's cut up too. And this is all our property. And so you might be thinking, oh, that could have happened ages ago. Well, check this out. Ew, looky here. What on earth is this?
Fresh wood chips.
These appear to be very fresh wood chips. Now, it's not uncommon to see wood chips of this size from, say, a downy or from a pileated woodpecker. We have a lot of those out here. However, all these trees in the immediate area are solid and healthy. And there's nothing a pileated woodpecker is going to attack, except for maybe that one. And that one's way too dead to look like that.
I bet you anything they're going to cut this stuff up too. They just haven't got to it yet.
Now, Eric's theory was that they brought what in?
So it looks like they backed a trailer in the woods over here. You can see fresh scrapes on little branches where something backed over it.
And why would they bring a trailer in here? This is our property.
Right. So this house right here looks like they're burning wood, and they're coming back here and cutting down like fallen trees and stuff. So
why would they be cutting down our trees when they have their own perfectly useful woods right across the field?
I probably wouldn't care too much as long as they wanted to ask first. So they said, hey, can we come down over and cut up some of the fallen trees? I'd be like, yeah, sure, go ahead. But when you're doing it without permission, then that's another thing.
So again, the reason I had put all this stuff here was because I had been finding tracks. See all these tracks right here? Those are not from us. We don't drive back here. So these tracks were telling me that somebody had been driving through here and possibly using all of our trails back there as well. So I put this here because this was your only access way into the area.
This looks like a fresh trail right here.
Yeah, well, this was kind of a partial trail of something, but this was not all cleared out before. So they had gone through and actually logged off a lot of their woods back there. Now, that's their issue to log their own woods. I don't care. Although I did have a little bit of a beef because a lot of their trees fell onto our side of the property. And there was a lot of brush and damage on our side of the property. I was a little ticked off by that. But whatever. It's not their fault that their woodcutter chops it the wrong way. Okay? So I thought maybe by chance they were going through and trying to clean up their mess, trying to be good neighbors. But you know, this is very strange because none of our woods are ever this clear. It's very easy for them to go through and clip anything down they want. Or it could have been a stump grinder. I don't know. I really don't know anymore. However, last year, I had a sneaking suspicion about this. So I went through and I actually did a video log of the entire property line, just on the off chance that something were to shift or change. All right, so evidence one, freshly cut stump. We've got the tire tracks coming out, which looks like they backed up to here and then pulled forward.
So if you look, guys, if you look up this way, You can see where they're coming on. Our property line's like kind of up by that opening up here a little bit. So right here, definitely looks like they backed the trailer or something down. You can see like fresh
straight marks. This is all fresh.
Yeah, like
this has all been mangled up.
Something's been backed up down here. You can
and
see
you can see
tire tire tracks right here.
Yeah.
So
plus
that house in the distance, they're burning wood. They're an older couple. I just ask, you know, if you want something. I'm more than willing.
Well, here's the irony is that those people in that house used to own this property about 50 years ago. Well, okay, maybe not 50. Well, yeah, probably about 50 years ago. This used to be their property. If you want to clean, you know, if you've got branches that fall from tree harvesting onto your neighbor's property, the polite thing to do is to go knock on the door and say, hey, I'm sorry, some of our trees fell onto your property. I just want to go pull them off. Is that okay with you? No problem. But this, I mean, that wasn't even one of theirs. That was one of ours that just randomly fell over. Actually, it didn't randomly fall over. I purposely stuck it right there so that no one could go through here.
I think we need to go get a coffee break. What do you think?
I am cold. Oh, and if you're asking about the game camera, there actually was a game camera on that end. You want to tell them what happened to the game camera?
It was my fault. I pulled the card, never put a new card back in. So
there's
there
nothing
goes our
on it. No proof.
Evidence.
I tried. And just for giggles, here's another video of trespassing, where we don't actually catch the trespasser, but it kind of fills you in on what happens. And again, not happy about that. I didn't post it earlier because I don't know. But here you go. Okay, so interesting video for you right now. Without being too much of a jerk, I'm gonna have to be a jerk. Michigan law states that you are required to get permission from a landowner before entering their property if you shot a deer and it runs on their land. Now, for that reason, I usually stick no trespassing signs up everywhere. But this year, due to chronic wasting disease, I didn't think it would be that big of a deal. Now, you don't have to put no trespassing signs up. They are still legally not allowed on your land. It just serves as a nice reminder that, hey, this is our property. But all of our property is encased by fencing, so it's kind of a no-brainer. So here's the deal. Supposedly, somebody came and knocked on our door this morning and didn't get an answer. Now, that's a little fishy because I have legitimately been home all stinking day, video editing, feeding the animals. I was actually outside all morning, out front, until like 10 o'clock. So if the dude stopped by the house at 9 o'clock, I don't think so. He didn't knock on the door. But he shot supposedly a really massive deer. Now, we're not happy because he can't find the deer. So now I have to go see if I can find it. So how good of a deer tracker is WTFarm Girl? Well, that was my main talent before shooting deer, was tracking down Eric's deer. So I'm going to track down this deer and see if we can find it. I'm a little ticked off and I know, I'm just all sorts of not happy right now. Let's go. Alright, so Eric is taking me to the site of last blood, which of course is on our property, because that's where he ran.
He came this way, spraying blood. There's hair and blood right here.
Okay. Wait, he came which way?
This way.
He ran from that direction?
Yeah.
So then the dude must have been way over there when he shot him. He ran all the way across our property?
He like...
The whole property?
Yeah, he like run around and he jumped him.
He jumped him?
Like the deer got up and run, took off.
So the guy chased after him? Oh my gosh. This guy is not. So there's blood right here.
Right.
He came from this direction.
There's more blood
I see
right
blood right there. That's where he came from, or that's where he was running?
No, he said he went this way. That's what he said. I don't know.
Man.
There's blood on the ground right here too.
Yeah. All right, so there's blood there.
I can go this way if you want to go that way.
This is why also you get permission first, because I can track a deer a heck of a lot better than most guys. I see blood right there.
All morning.
Gosh, man. Gosh, I don't know. The dude probably could have like run them straight down into a pond. He could be at the bottom of a pond right now.
Yeah, it could be. And the water in there.
The guy just, you don't.
Let's just start this blood.
Oh, okay, yep, let me do it. Man, when you run through and you're chasing down a deer, if you're not doing it correctly, you actually ruin the trail. So you can stomp down grass and stuff. Like there's some blood right there. You can stomp grass down. That is a key indicator of where he's going. Most of the time, deer follow deer paths, but if they're being pursued, the first thing they do is jump off the path to go look for a better, safe shelter. So let's see, the last blood is right here. Now the other problem is if you're pursuing a deer, the deer is going to be moving faster. So the faster the deer moves, the less blood it's going to leave behind because it's covering ground faster. So bottom line is, guys, don't chase your deer. Just don't be dumb. Although I have heard pros and cons. Other people say that if you chase the deer, it bleeds out faster and it dies faster. We gotta get this done fast because it's 4 o'clock and the sun's gonna start to set. There's a little spot right here. Alright. So how far did the guy, there's some right there. How far did the guy actually get?
He said he's been walking all around through here.
Oh, here's another little one right here. Right there. There's another one right there. So this is why it's important to have a trail and not just here's a blood spot. So right here, you know, he came. All right, I got more over here. Right here. I don't know, hold on. So if this were you, what would you do? Would you get the deer mounted, or would you just take the antlers and the meat and say, well, there's some bare antlers on the wall. It's not worth mounting as a full mount because you didn't shoot it. I don't know. What would you do? What are your thoughts? Put them down below. Alright guys, well thanks for watching. I know that wasn't extremely exciting because we didn't confront anybody. It always pays to be observant on your property, and even though it's kind of hard for us to be able to access every part of our property line because some areas are wet, some areas are covered in ponds, just going through your property once a year, you really do pick up on some of this stuff, and do a video tour of your property line just for legal purposes, just in case. Alright guys, take care and have a good night. Bye. Did you know there's a car driving right back here?
Yeah, that's probably the one that's going back into our woods.
Is he? He is. Oh my gosh, you're right.
Let's go get him.
Oh my gosh, he just did. Let's do it. I got camera in tow. Alright guys, we're about to catch the trespassers. Down here, hon.